Greetings, truth seekers, lovers of light, those who want to be a little bit better just for today. This is Oya Transformation, and this is your oracle reading for 3/14, Tuesday, 2020. Hope everybody is gotten all their groceries in lines and preparing to hunker down if that is what is required. And what I'm like so over all of this, but so they say it's just beginning. But as I always say, we got a God. You got a God. We do the preparation, and you take your marching orders, not to live in the spirit of fear. I'm gonna let it go right there. So I'm looking for encouragement from the masters to the masses. I'm looking for the ancestors to meet me in the middle with a message of hope. I'm asking the Holy Spirit through me, as me, to give me a message that may inspire those of you in need of inspiration. I'm asking those who listen that the Ascended Masters would touch your heart in a way that allows you to walk with your head up just a little bit higher. In this current state of world affairs, this is becoming a little bit more difficult. And that, to me, is all the more reason to keep pushing forward, to keep sending love, because fear cannot trump love. No pun intended. No pun intended. Fear will not trump love. If you watch it focus. So, moving forward to the first card, which represents the energies of focus for this Saturday, 3/14. This is what we got. Let's see. Spirit, Holy Spirit. Source energy. Ancestors. Ascended Masters. All those who are here at our call, who just want to see us do better. What do you want us to remember for this 3/14, 2020? And the message is, I give my life to God to guide today. Okay. What would you have me do? Where would you have me to go? What would you have me say? And to whom? Okay. That's easy enough. Turn the TV off and go within. What's your next right step? Where do you put your foot down now? I mean, you can only tremble in one space for so long. Eventually, we got to move. Are we going to let localized terrorism be the reason why we stop living? I don't think so. Anyway, wash your hands. Ask God what's your next step. That's what we're doing Saturday. Wash your hands. Keep it moving. That's what we got. Gonna be a lot of hustle and bustle if you want it to be. But ask God, what is your next move? Because we don't have to be out in the crowd to do the things that need to be done. Strategically monitor your time. Look at which way you want to go, the things that you need. But above all, stop before you start and ask for spiritual guidance. God's always speaking through our guides. through our ancestors, through the ascended masters, whomever is there who wants the best for me in the spirit realm that can intervene, guide, and protect, give me direction today. That's the theme. Act like you know. You're not in charge, and it's okay. If somebody is, that's so far above all of this. And I'm grateful it's not me, because I could have a little worry frenzy. And if I listen to that crap on a regular basis, woo, baby, talking about stuff. We're not doing that today. Saturday, the 14th of March, we are being told to follow directions. Ask for them, clear the space to hear, follow directions. I don't know about you, but I think I can do that. Just for one day. You try it again tomorrow if it works out for you. This is the second card. And this represents what's in our toolbox that we already have mastered at one time or another. Something we can grab on to walk through the day. And that is the 6 of emotion. Memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly. Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect with your own inner child. This kind of reminds me of yesterday's message, but we were guided to play. You know, a lot of these people who are remaining healthy aren't cooped up in the house or cooped up in areas where you breathe out, I breathe in. Go outside. Now, I don't know about you. Your childhood might not have involved the outdoors, the grass, and nature, but mine sure did. And if yours didn't, and yours is all about your thumbs and technology, take your little technology outside, under a tree, play your little video game, Words with Friends, read your book, transport yourself to another place where your mind is at ease, where you don't have a care in the world. To me, that's inner child work. And if you can do it outside with fresh air, like I said yesterday, you don't have to wipe down the tree with the alcohol or bleach swab. Hello? You don't have to wipe down the grass with the alcohol or bleach swab. Hint, hint. Go to God. And that could simply mean your friendly neighborhood oak tree. Hear what I'm saying? Anyway, that's what I'm getting. That's what they're telling me. So, moving forward to the second card, keep that in mind. This represents the present energy for Saturday. What is the present energy for Saturday? You know, the theme is don't know what to do. You know who to ask. And we have so many entities that fall under God's space. First of all, you got your own little God guidance walking with you. How easy is that? Come on now. You got your ancestors that always looked out for you. I know you got one that you about had 10 fits when they left this realm. Why? Because they made you feel safe. Why? Because they taught you things. Why? Because they loved on you just right. Remember what that felt like? You still have that at your beck and call. Call on it. You can call it by name. You know who that was. Aunt Louise, where you at? Granddaddy, where you at? Mama, I need to feel your presence. I bet you will. So the present card, without me going on too much longer, can we get something to come out to us? Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters, we're looking for encouragement in the present energies. What are you here to remind us as we entertain our inner child and let go of the fears of the world? What do you want us to remember? Just for Saturday, 3/14. If it's good, hold on to it. Saturday, 3/14. I did it again. I left that darn fan on, which leaves for a muffled recording if I don't have enough hum in my natural voice. Kind of love it. I digress. Excuse me, Father, Mother, God, spiritual guides, ascended masters, ancestors. Encourage us, talk to us, protect us, guide us. We need the rhythm for the day. And the rhythm for the day is receiving. Receiving. Okay. I want us to remember that we're receiving. That, to me, feels like some gratitude. Because, yeah, you could be receiving some crap you like to get rid of. That's true. I know I am. Like the whole television and the wall, the vibe that them up there and everybody else seems to be beating the drum. I'm receiving that, but I'm also canceling it out. Because my source energy is way bigger than all of that. I'm not saying I'm going to be silly and disregard the whole thing, but the panic that causes me to tremble, can't do it. I am receiving a message that tells me to be grateful. Because it could always be worse. That's a 1. Resourcefulness and leadership. Once again, resourcefulness and leadership. Receiving. What else could receiving remind us of? Okay. You are so loved. Your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness, and you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. From that place of nourishment, you will more effortlessly create, live in love with greater energy and thriving, pulsing passion. The earth rests each night so it can greet the sun again each morning with the spectacular living art of sunrise. Allow yourself to switch off, step away, close the laptop, switch off the phone, and just be with yourself for a little while. You will return and be more efficient and effective. Rest now, play now, work later. Forget your worries for a while. Switch off. Do something else. Let it all go, and it will all continue to flow. Receive it. So they told me, not only do we need to remember to be grateful, we need to count our blessings. And you can't count your blessings when you're a whirling dervish of worry. And as human beings, that is what we have created here. And not to say that we don't have some things to be concerned about, but inundating yourself with more and more of what you can control. Because, I need to stay informed. I have to be informed. Okay. All you got is what they want you to know. And I guarantee you there are integral parts that you are just not going to know. I'm not going to know. That's the reason to rely on a source that's bigger than it all. Continue to receive and be grateful to receive. I guarantee you it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. Stories are going to get longer and more intense. Because if you were living here on this planet before the drama, pandemic, oh my God, right now, they were feeding us little teeny oh my gods for then, before all of this. If you watched the news enough, you were scared to go outside. Hello? That hasn't changed. It's just bigger now. Ooh, everybody gets to have some front page stuff with another story worse than the next. Turn it off, guys. Girls, love is a light. Turn it off. Okay, our final card for today's reading is GPS, which is number 15. Okay, number 15 reduces to 6, and the 6 talks about imagination, fantasy, and original ideas. Well, hey, what can you come up with that you didn't already hear? What can you come up with that might make you feel better about what you've been hearing? GPS is saying to me, point your attention in another direction. I like it. Let's see what they are reminding us about the GPS. After we remember to go to God for guidance, after we remember that little children aren't worried about a thing, most of them, because they're protected, because they are guided, and because Spirit said to us, you have those same things in place if in fact you recognize you're protected and you're guided by a loving source. So if we keep that up front, we take deep breaths and remember all the good that we're receiving every day of the week. And focus in a different direction. One that's more healthy for our mental states and for our returning to some semblance of joy and levity in our lives. But what's written here is OMG. Your intuition is being a real show-off these days. It's so ready to help navigate your life, and quite frankly, it's getting a tad bit impatient. It just can't understand why, when it knows the fun, easy route, you insist on doing everything without its help. There's no need to be lost ever, especially now that you're about to stumble onto a gold mine. And as always, I'm going to take this out of the material. So, the gold mine we stumble into, let's take one that maybe it is the gold within our minds. If you stop it, shift it from the spin of what's a word that I want? The spin of powerlessness and fret and doom and catastrophe to a childlike joy of a day, joy in the day. Where's your coloring book? Where's your paintbrush? Where's the poetry you like to write? If we're going to be spending more time with ourselves just because it seems to be a little healthier than spending a whole lot of time out in public, shift. We're not going to call it quarantine and isolation. How does that make you feel? Trapped, stuck. Let's take some creative time out to nurture other parts of our being that don't usually get a chance to take the front of the line. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do as I've been told. And I'm sharing that with you. So lovers of light, those that want to be better just incrementally each day, thank you for returning to listen to me babble. When I'm just sharing with you what my spirit guides told me today you needed to hear. And I'm hopeful that somebody got something they could carry on and maybe get their little skip on and find some joy in. That's what I got. And as always, in closing, be well and namaste.